Hi there, I'm Ed from Collective Soul, and this is our Nights with Alice, Ask Anything Chat. Thanks to Alice Cooper, as always, for having us back and answer questions on our new single, which is called Over Me. So welcome to my piano room. So let me grab the questions here. I haven't looked at any of these, so this is going to be off the cusp. Lauren from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. What Alice Cooper song could you cover that you think you could nail? What a great question. I could never nail it like Alice, but there are three songs, of course. Only Women Bleed, always, I just love that song. And School's Out and 18, I mean, those are the three that just kind of rocks my world, as all of them do. Blair from Pittsburgh, PA. What is music to you? Can you define it? It's me, that's all I know. I don't know what else to do. And, but I think it's a healing process. To me, it's spiritual and it's healing. Paul, I'm messing up my phone here. Paul from Queens, New York. Looking back on all your albums, what's your favorite concept that you've done so far? Funny you say that. Like, we did a double album. Blood was supposed to be 2 albums, but in today's world of streaming, we released side 2 and 4, and then 1 and 3 will be out next year. So doing a double album is a lot, you know. I don't know if it's a concept, but we just had so much material and we felt so good about what was going on that that's about as conceptual as we can get, other than trying to make the best music that we can. Natasha from Columbia, Missouri. With Halloween happening next week, do you remember your best costume, favorite candy? We really didn't celebrate Halloween growing up. I don't remember really, you know, not like it is today, like everybody gets into it. And I'm not a candy guy, I never was really. I think if I had to pick one, it's not candy. I like to make chocolate chip cookies. I'm really good at that. My boy loves them. So that's not really candy, so I'm a loser when it comes to Halloween. Cheryl from Detroit, Michigan. On the current tour, how many old friends or bands that you know have you run into? Oh, good question. We had Tonic, Fuel, Sammy, Better and Ezra. I don't know, 6 probably, at least 6. Oh, Gem Blossoms, who we were out with. At least 6 or 7 this summer. And it's always a fun time because kind of, no, you don't reminisce, it's just kind of fun to catch up and see how everybody's matured and grown into life, you know. We talk about our kids now. Back in the day, it was about who's paying the bar bill. Leslie from Jacksonville, Florida. Have you ever tried to drive the tour bus? Not only have I tried, I have done it. And it's a little more difficult than you think. So I'm very appreciative to the bus drivers that keep us safe. So, and that was out of necessary. It wasn't a joke or anything. Our bus driver disappeared on us one time, years ago. Joni from Buffalo. Do you have your own studio or do you use the same one near your house when you want to record? I do have a studio in the house, and that's where we record most of the time, but we're actually starting to move out. I'll do most of now what we're going to do is plan to meet somewhere. And like I said, my studio is mobile, so I can move it anywhere. So we'll rent a house somewhere that's usually warm, you know, and then I'll do most of the overdubs, vocal overdubs here in the house. So, but the last 3, 4, 5 records have been done wherever I've been living. So, but now we're going to kind of, you know, go somewhere where we can jump in the pool or something. Leon from Tampa, Florida. Has anyone ever asked you if they could sample Shine? They have, and it wasn't good. This was 15, 20 years ago. It was not good. So I don't care. I just, you know, you still want to be proud of what's going on. It was a little, I don't know what you would call it. I can tell you it wasn't a Jay-Z. It was some youngster. Jerry from Rockford, Illinois. Rockford, Cheap Trick, love that. What bands inspired you guys to get into playing music? Well, Cheap Trick, right there. My first one was Elton John. That was, you know, that first concert I ever saw was Johnny Cash. But the one that really got me fired up about wanting to be a songwriter, which is all I wanted to be, would be Elton John. And then from there, I went from the Cars to the Clash, Tom Petty, and like I said, Cheap Trick, Rockford, Illinois. That's awesome. Kathy from Nashville, Tennessee. I love the song Over Me, but my question is about Blood's album cover. Who is it and why and how does the image speak for the entire album? Well, we feel like not only is my brother in the band, Will, I've known Will since he was born. He was our neighbor. But Johnny and Jesse, Jesse being from the South, like down the street, it was more of like, we felt like the unity, and it was all about being family, which is what we are on the road. It's our family. And so we're very family-oriented organization. And the album artwork is actually my beautiful wife pregnant with our son Lennon. That what's the artist's name?
Purvis.
Jessica Purvis took this as a gift to me when my wife was pregnant through the shower. And it's just, to me, it just represented, the birth. I really feel like the second birth of Collective Soul, having Jesse and Johnny in the band and us enjoying each other's company so much. So that's where the tie-in came in from. Scott from South Elgin, Illinois. Elgin, I hope I said that correct. With such a broad catalog to choose from, when you're on tour, how do you decide when it's time to change the set list? We start off kind of set where we want to go, and then I think when we feel like the song's not working with our fans, you can feel the energy, It's not that they don't like the song, but then the flow of the set is what we look for, to start off hot, kind of bring it down a little bit, keep it moving up after that. So I don't know what show number that would be, but we pay attention to it every night. We come off the stage and we're like, maybe we should put this song here, or maybe just take that song out altogether and not play it for the rest of the set, the tour. That's a good question. I like that question. Blake from Edmond, Oklahoma. Hey guys, hope all is well. Just wanted to say Blood is one of my all-time favorite albums. Here are my questions. What is Over Me about? Also, what can you tell us about the second part of the double record? Thank you. Thanks for everything. Rock on. Over Me was written about, it's very personal. It's just a lot of things happened in the Rowland family over the last 5 years, where I lost my sister-in-law to cancer. She fought it hard and brave for 5 years. And it was just watching what was going on from her, and then my father-in-law has Alzheimer's also at the same time. So my wife was dealing with a lot. And then she has to deal with me on top of that. So it was just kind of it was almost prayer-like, I need help to be strong for my family, and that's it. Second part of the double record. It's going to be a little bit more, which originally we thought, I keep saying it's a little bit more orchestrated. I think more Beatlesy type, and I hate to use those words, but I don't care. It's the Beatles. So a little bit more. It probably won't be as rocking. Well, there's 4 or 5, I think, but a little bit more orchestrated, if that makes sense. Sly from Allentown. I like that name. What age were you that you remember standing out as a major turning point in your life? Well, there's a lot of them. It depends on what chapter you're looking at. I could say 14, because that's when I decided I want to be a songwriter. So that's a big one. I can remember 17 when I graduated high school, 18 going to Berkeley, 18 having sex. So I don't know, I'm just rambling. But that's it. Okay, we're done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alice and United Stations, for giving us the time tonight to answer the questions for our song Over Me. We'll see you on the road as we always do. We'll bring the circus to you. Once again, thank you, Alice. You rock.